Next up on the number one tee.
Well, hello and welcome back to your virtual tea time. My name is Tori, and it is the day after the 2023 Desert Classic. Rise and shine, ladies. I have Ashley Ibanez.
Oh, you got it right.
Did I?
Yeah.
Do I have to like roll my tongue at all? Ibanez.
No, it's not an R.
Oh. Okay, good to know. Ashley's here with us, and we have Carrie Canoy. Hi, Carrie.
Hey, how are you guys feeling this morning?
I'm feeling okay. I'm feeling good. I'm not feeling tired.
I'm not tired either.
Yeah. How about you?
I feel like I've been hit with a Mack truck.
You went to Coach House last night.
Exactly. Carrie went to Coach House, and Ashley and I went home.
You know, we got to represent, keep the party going. That's what it's about.
How many people showed up at Coach House after? So last night we probably shut it down at like 9:45, the Wednesday night, third night.
Yep.
And how many people went to Coach House after?
Oh, there was probably 30 or 40. We had Colorado. We had Seattle. We had Lisa Longball.
Longball.
We had Detroit. We had everybody
party.
there. Oh, she was getting down. It was classic.
She still dancing?
Oh, 100%. And she was telling all these dudes like how to hit a golf ball, and all these guys. Of course
she was.
All these dudes were just like, "You are wonderful."
Yeah. What a party trick to be able to go into a bar and be like, "I'm Lisa Longball, and I hit the ball really far." And be able to talk to the dudes. Like,
oh yeah. And all the guys are trying to come over to us, and we're like, no,
pass.
Yeah.
Read the room.
Yeah.
Hard pass.
We've gone 3 days with no dudes, and we want to finish it off. We want to finish today off.
Yeah. And that's how it was. It was great. It was a good time. Good way to wrap it up.
Well, we want to get into what happened behind the scenes at Desert Classic this year. It was an amazing event. I can genuinely say that it was better than last year.
100%.
Yeah, without fail. And I didn't know if that could happen, but we did do a lot of new things this year. And I'd say most of them were hits, and it just made the experience even better. So I'm excited about the 2023 version.
Which one was your favorite ad?
Well, we're going to get into that because I don't know. I feel like I'm under pressure now because we had some good stuff. But I want to touch on the Dallas Shootout because the Dallas Shootout opened up for registration 2 days ago. It is already halfway full. I'm so excited. We're going to Stonebriar Country Club in Frisco, Texas, and which 2 separate courses, same look and feel about Desert Classic. We're going to have the clinics with Lisa Longball, Kathy Hartwood, Erica Larkin. We're going to have special guests there. Becky Robinson is showing up. And we're going to have shopping night. It's just basically a transplanted Desert Classic, but at Stonebriar Country Club, and the energy there is going to be amazing as well. So
yeah,
I can't wait.
It's going to be so good. Yeah. Got to sign up. You need a partner? Call us.
Yeah.
Get signed up.
It will fill up fairly quickly. So, and I want to say what sets our events up, or what sets apart our events, is that, maybe you have gone to Lisa Longball's camps before, or you've seen Becky Robinson at one of her shows before, or you've, watched Erica Larkin or been to one of Erica's golf schools. Like, you are up close and personal with these women. You are up close and personal. If you want Becky Robinson to make a video for you, you have the opportunity to just go up to Becky and be like, can we do a quick video? Erica, Lisa, and Kathy, they hang out all day when they're there. So you have all this personal all this time to have personal interactions with them. Maybe Lisa Longball even goes to the Coach House with you after. The fact that she went to the Coach House with you after is amazing, because that's what happens. Kathy Hartwood closed the place down on Tuesday night.
And she would have gone to the Coach House if anyone was going.
It's just that people didn't go to the Coach House on Tuesday. Ashley and I were the last ones walking out Tuesday night, and you have Kathy Hartwood waiting for her Uber on the stump. That's what it's like. Erica Larkin took the red eye home. She was there all day. Actually, she stayed an extra day and golfed around Scottsdale the day after, but she was there the entire day. You have this time. And Lisa was giving like little mini lessons on the range after, her clinics were over. So it's really like an up close and personal event with 200 amazing women. It's really a lot of fun. So
we didn't talk about Justin, but he also was doing the personalized lessons on the range.
Justin Klimbala was there too. No, and actually I had a lot of women come up to me and they're like, "Is Justin going to be here?" I'm like, "Oh yeah, he'll be here on Tuesday. He'll be here on Tuesday." Justin's the best.
He really is.
Yeah. So, I encourage you to sign up for Dallas. It's an experience like no other. If you're looking through Instagram or Facebook today and you see all the participants from Desert Classic posting, they say it themselves, like, what an amazing experience. I walked away with all these new friends. I feel inspired. I just read one that someone said, I feel inspired to get better. I just had the most amazing time. The community is one like none other. And I want to kind of fast forward till day 3, which was last night when we were announcing the awards with Lisa Longball. And we have to go through 11 flights. And then we also had like closest to the pin, longest drive. But we had to go through 11 flights. And I would have to say from flight 1 all the way to flight 11, the energy and the cheering for all the winners remained the same.
Oh, it didn't stop.
It did not stop, and it stayed at the same level. And I have played in hundreds of golf tournaments before, and that doesn't happen. Like the first 2 flights that are announced get the majority of the claps and the hurrahs. And then people start going to the pro shop and the room just gets emptier and emptier and emptier. And then if you're the last flight to get announced, it's like you and 3 other people in the room. And it's just like echoes.
A golf clap.
Yeah, exactly.
Do they jump and scream at other tournaments like they do at ours? Like
No.
they won the Oscar?
No, not even close.
I mean, we were having to move people because everybody's wanting to take pictures with 11th place.
Yeah.
Everybody was stoked and it was just awesome. But that's what it's about, right? They go to other tournaments and they don't win. And that's another thing that sets these tournaments apart is that you think you might not win and you end up winning and it's a surprise.
Yeah.
And so
we did keep the results. We shared the results of each day. So the formats were best ball, scramble, best ball. So you would be able to see how you did for that day, but we never showed the combined scores. And I would say unless, there might have been 1 or 2 people that really knew like they were walking home with a prize, but all the winners were genuinely surprised that they won. And that felt like
everyone was surprised. There was so much cheering going on.
Yeah.
No one had a clue.
Yeah. So that's again another thing that sets our tournaments apart. We're cheering for each other. We're there to have an amazing time. This is not people that sign up for these tournaments. They want to come for the experience. They want to come for great golf, great music, great food, great friends, and they want to party and enjoy themselves.
we accomplished that this week.
I'd say check. So, okay. So if you're interested in more details on the Dallas Shootout, you can visit, I have all the links in the show notes, or it's dallasshootout.com. Again, limited space is available. You can sign up as a team, you and your partner, or you can sign up as a single player, and we will help pair you up with someone. And just as a reminder, Stonebriar Country Club is right next to the Westin, right there, an amazing hotel. It's high quality. It's just a really great hotel. 1 minute walk to the golf course. And I'd say people that have registered so far for the Dallas Shootout, like they're making reservations at the Westin too. So this will have like a retreat, Dinsante Bay feel where we're all kind of in this one area. And,
I'm excited.
That was one of the biggest things from Dinsante Bay that people gave feedback on was they loved how we were all there together. Like we were all at the same hotel. We were all like it was all encompassing. And this is the Stonebriar Country Club in the Westin has the same feel. So
here we go.
Let's talk about Desert Classic. So do you want to start with shopping night, Ashley?
Yeah. Shopping night. It's my favorite part of the event for me, just because it's, a good kickoff. But we had 15 amazing vendors. We had some returners that everyone loves, your sister's store, obviously. And then Taylor Jordan. And then we had some fun, new, exciting vendors.
Yeah.
And some brands that literally launched like this week. The Cocoa Nads, brand new, like launched this week, and the ladies loved it. I actually saw it was in your sister's store today, but I think we had close to 200 women actually show up.
Yeah.
I don't know. What do you guys think?
Oh yeah, at least because we didn't have any bags left.
Yeah.
We only had 6 bags left, so that means
most of them showed up.
People came.
And yeah, I got a lot of feedback that night. Like, oh my God, there's so many more people here this year at shopping night than last year. And shopping night was definitely one of our main events last year too. But it was just, people really thought it was optional. They didn't know what to expect. This year, I mean, it was packed with amazing vendors, a lot of women-owned businesses. I want to say at least 10 out of the 15 were women-owned businesses.
Right.
And, fully stocked with gear that you can take with you that night or order, and they would ship it right to you. And good food, good music. And like Ashley said, it was a good kickoff.
Good weather. I think that's why people stayed too, because it was warm.
It was.
Like no one was huddled around the heaters.
No.
They were huddled around the bar.
It's a kickoff party.
And you just see people like hugging and saying, like reuniting from other tournaments and seeing each other for the first time for a couple since, either Dansante Bay or even last year's Desert Classic. So it's a lot of fun.
Yeah.
We got a picture of our Scotland group, and there was a select few missing from our Scotland picture. So
we won't talk about them.
Yeah. But magically, they all signed up for Dallas Shootout. They were like, we're not missing out anymore. So our missing Scotland crew will now be at Dallas Shootout. But yeah, shopping night was a success. And again, we like to have that there to support these businesses, almost make like a makeshift pro shop that's amazing and give everyone an opportunity to shop. We love to shop.
They did shop. There were so many bags. There were a couple of pictures where there were bags all over the ground.
Yeah.
That ladies were just like mingling and everyone dropped their bags. It was awesome.
Yeah.
Well, I stayed in a house with 16 other ladies. And when I walked in that door, I couldn't even get my bag into the doorway because they'd all gone to shopping night and just dropped it and went to bed. I'm like moving bags from shopping night out to wheel my bag through the house.
But let's talk about that. So Dallas, how many people from Dallas came to DC this year? I mean, it was a big group of women.
It was big. It was about 18, I think.
18 women. Most of you guys were at this house that you shared.
Yes.
The cold house.
It was freezing.
Literally
freezing.
Like no one could figure out how to like adjust the heat at all?
No, I think we would turn it up and then somebody would get up in the middle of the night and turn it back down. And then by the time I woke up at 5:15 to roll to the course, it was on 60 degrees. And I'm like, who's a polar bear?
But everyone in the house was complaining about who is the one person.
I still don't know. I haven't had time to figure it out. But I was sleeping in sweats and socks. Who sleeps in socks? I was so cold.
I can't sleep in socks.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. It was terrible, but it was a great time.
So, and this, Ashley, how many groups? Like, so we had a big Dallas group. Like, people come in groups a lot to these tournaments. Like, we have Seattle. Who else?
Colorado.
Kansas
City,
mm-hmm.
Detroit,
mm-hmm. Oklahoma.
Didn't we? Yeah, we had a group from Oklahoma. Whoop, whoop.
San Diego. So again, if you are tentative about coming to one of these events, grab a couple friends, do it. Even 4 of you, get 2 teams and just head out, get a VRBO, share a VRBO, and it's
keep the temperature at a decent,
and don't freeze out your roommates.
Yeah, and Carrie will stay at your house.
Yeah,
exactly. If you have an extra room, let me know.
Oh my goodness. All right, so let's get into Monday, the first day of the tournament. First of all, we did have it at Papago Golf Course again, which is an amazing venue. The guys at Papago, the staff there, just love the event. They fully embrace it. It is a lot of work for them as far as moving a morning shotgun and an afternoon shotgun. It's a big commitment, but they embrace it. They're there dancing with us. The food and beverage crew was great. I mean, Ashley, how was your working with the food and beverage crew over at Papago? You probably were a little more hands-on than I was.
They're amazing. And they just listen to everything. Like they're reading the room before I'm reading the room. Yeah. They're like, okay, we got to get this line moving, or we need more of this or more of that. And they want us and all the participants to enjoy it because it's one of their favorite events.
Yeah.
And so...
And if you've never been to Papago, the reason why we love having it at Papago, not only does everyone take such great care of us, but they also, the space is so perfect. The range is ginormous. So we're able to get a ton of women hitting balls, warming up, have Casey there with his music playing and give him space. We have Andrew on the lawn doing the stretches. And then just around the corner is the pavilion. So it's just, you're never like driving a golf cart a long way to go to the first tee or to go to the range or to go to the pavilion where all the meals are. Like everything is right there. So it just feels like you're one big happy family the whole time. You're never separated.
Right. And behind every location is an amazing backdrop. So the photography, whether you're on the range or you're at the pavilion, it's beautiful. And there's a lot of selfies.
Yeah, a lot of selfies going on, which I appreciate. A lot of women come up to me and they're like, okay, let's take a picture. I'm like, okay, what do you want? Do you want a selfie? Do you want a regular picture? And they're like, no, we want a selfie. They try and like go for it. And I just have to take over.
I saw a few of those happen.
You are a professional.
I had to take over.
But she, honestly, if you watch her when someone else is taking the selfie, she doesn't exactly know where to put herself.
I know. I'm like, where's my head supposed to go?
No, it was like yesterday we took one and her face was like on my ear. She's like, I'm sorry, I don't know what to do.
All right, let's give an update about the strippers. Okay, so if you listen to our previous episode that we did before the tournament, we were talking about the possibility of getting some male escorts to accompany Becky out onto the stage. And how do we hire like two men to kind of be out on the stage, be vulnerable to Becky making fun of them the entire time? Like, how do you hire this person? Now, looking back, I've now realized that there are cabana boys that are out there that you can hire and that will not do any stripping or anything of that sort. But the first thing that came to mind to me is, okay, hire strippers, two male strippers. That will work.
What did he call himself? I have that video and he corrected Becky.
Entertainer, a
male entertainer.
Yeah. So we hired two male entertainers. Okay. And so I call this place, which was the most awkward phone call I've ever had to make.
In a flower shop.
Yeah. We were doing our floral arrangements and we were waiting for the guy to come help us in the floral shop. I'm like, I'm calling the strippers right now. So in the floral shop, I call ArizonaHunks.com or whatever it was. And I said, I need two strippers. And he wanted me to explain the situation, the party. And I said, okay, but here's the thing. You're going to be walking out and being with this comedian the whole time, but I don't want you stripping. And he's like, okay. Like he didn't know what like that was weird to him. Yeah. And he's like, okay, but what if it gets a little crazy? Do you then want us to start stripping? I'm like, no, under no circumstances will you be stripping this night. He's like, okay. Well, what about in the future? If you need any stripping services? I mean, these are the words he's using. Will you will you need us then? I'm like, no, I do not need any near future stripping arrangements. Thank you. Like they just wanted to strip. Like his name
called
was
a stripper. They're doing their job.
The owner's name is Sebastian, and Sebastian wanted to fulfill some stripping needs. So I tell him, under no circumstances are you stripping. You're just there. You're there to be Becky's caddies for the night. So they get there on Monday. Becky's already there. Mm-hmm. Ashley, fill us in on what happens.
I'm confused on which one is Sebastian and which one is Spencer.
He was the smaller guy.
Yes.
No, but we also have like a Cedric. She's changed names.
Becky did change the names. Yeah.
So we get the responsible one there first.
Yeah, Sebastian.
Like he wanted to know what the job was, what he had to do, like where he needed to stand, what songs were going to be playing. Meanwhile, his phone is just like ringing off the hook. He's like, hold on, I got it. This is the second guy. Completely lost. Yeah. Has no idea where he is, like how to get there. Somehow he comes stumbling in.
Well, no. So Sebastian was like, well, you go wait for him out there. And I go,
that's right.
Okay. So I go out and wait for the second stripper. His name is Spencer. And a gentleman's like walking around in circles. I'm like, Spencer? And the guy's like, no. So I've been like, I'm seeing random dudes in the parking lot and I'm thinking they're the stripper. No. So Spencer finally shows up 10 minutes later. I walk him in.
And he has his own agenda.
Yes.
Would you agree? From the beginning,
Oh, 100.
he just kept going, when do I take this off?
Yeah.
When
like are we taking tops and bottoms off? Because they were in onesie caddy uniforms, which is the zipper, and even Becky's like,
I might have been encouraging it in the green
Ashley
room.
was encouraging stripping, and I was trying to put the gavel down and saying no stripping. At one point, Becky quiets the room and she looks at me. She's like, "What do you want? What are you concerned about?" I'm like, "Becky, there cannot be any stripping going on. Okay, no stripping." So we agree that if a chest is shown, I'm okay with the chest.
And we had some choreography going on in there. They had music playing. They were preparing. I mean, they were preparing.
Yeah.
They had,
The three
Yeah,
of
they did
them.
a little dance when they came out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Chug some claws.
Yeah.
They did. Took some
Yeah.
fireball shots.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like in the hour period that they had before the show started, they really nailed, like they came up with a plan on how to enter the room.
They really did. And they worked that plan through the entire facility of Papago. And I have it all on camera
Yeah.
as they're practicing in like off the kitchen.
Yeah, we might need to put those on the IG story soon.
All right.
It's pretty funny. So the show starts. It's funny. Becky's hilarious. She's getting the crowd riled up. We do our Shania Twain. What is it called? Feels like a
Man,
woman.
I Feel Like a Woman.
Man, I feel like a woman. That was so fun. That's my favorite part by far. And then the show wraps up, and that's when things got a little out of control. I mean, it went a little left.
So I actually was not in the pavilion when this happened. And
Really?
well, when it started.
Yeah.
Because I was out like checking like
Yeah.
doing my responsibilities. Trying to be responsible here.
Not just eyes on the strippers.
I had enough of them in the green room. Yeah, and I came back in and I could tell things were going south.
Yeah. So the actual show had ended. Becky was kind of dancing a little bit, but she was like off the stage. And then at some point she got back on the stage, but the strippers
Never left.
remained on the stage. Okay. And somehow chairs got up on the stage. The
Yeah.
strippers brought chairs on the stage. And then women proceeded to sit on the chairs.
And we'll stop the story there.
And you can imagine what happened next. And still, again, it was only chest, but there was some dancing going on that I felt that might get inappropriate.
Were you blushing?
Yeah. I mean, I wasn't, I don't know if the red in my face was blush or maybe a little bit of like, this shit needs to stop.
That might be what you said to me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So Ashley finally shows up. I'm like in the corner of the room and she comes up to me. I'm like, this needs to stop. What did I say?
You said this
We need
needs
to
to stop.
Yeah.
You shut this down.
Yeah. I go, we need to shut this down. And so Casey starts playing another song and quickly Ashley's like, nope, show's over. And so
I hope someone has me on camera talking to him because he can't hear me. And I'm like, we're done.
Yeah,
And he's
we're
like,
done.
what? I'm like, shutting it down.
Yeah. So in hindsight, I should have just been clear with the guys and said, listen, once Becky's done with her show, you're done with the show. Your show's done when Becky's show's done. And just kind of went off. But it was fine. It really didn't get terrible, but you could tell things might have gotten to a level that I would not have been pleased with, or other people might have gotten offended. I don't know. So overall, though, I thought it was
all
funny.
in good fun.
Yeah. And so Becky did her photos and videos with people. She stayed for about an extra 45 minutes working the crowd and walking through and saying hi to everyone. And then, we proceeded to have our opening dance party with Casey. And, again, my parties, when I throw a party, they end pretty early. So every night, bar shuts down at 9, last call's at 9, and we are leaving the pavilion at 9:30. So
Otherwise, we won't make it.
Well, and in Tori Topless World, 9 is like midnight for everyone
it really
else.
is. It's like dog hours. What did you guys do Monday night, Carrie?
Oh, I wrapped it up.
You wrapped it up?
Yeah, I
You
went straight to bed. I went home to 16 women that were up until midnight or 1.
They were up that late on Monday?
They
Oh,
were?
all week.
Because they behaved on Monday night and left early and were responsible.
Well, they had a morning tea time, so some of them were in bed, but
Yeah.
it's still, hey, this is the experience. You got to do it.
It's interesting because, like I said before, we have a morning shotgun and an afternoon shotgun, and you can definitely tell like who has an afternoon shotgun the next day. I mean, they're going hard that night.
Oh yeah, there's no reining that in.
We had some players walk in on Tuesday who had a morning shotgun, but they were like, we're partying today because they knew the next day they didn't have to wake up early.
Yeah, and they still were struggling.
Yeah.
In the afternoon.
So a couple new things let's get into the new things we had, which one of them was the clinics. So last year we did have Erica Larkin, Lisa Longball, Justin Klambala, and Kathy Hartwood all at the tournament, but they didn't really do anything formal. They were just there talking to everyone, schmoozing it up. This year I really wanted to utilize them more and have a clinic for the players. So we had a clinic in the morning and one in the afternoon, just so that every player had an opportunity to go view them. And I think overall they were a success. All three of them were packed. We had about, how many seats do you think were out there? 40 to 50 seats?
Yeah.
And every seat was taken for Erica Larkin and Lisa Longball on the range, totally packed. And then we had Kathy Hartwood inside. And I think they really appreciated it. I mean, these ladies, this is what they do for a living. And it's like, they're so informative. And I don't think, I listened to all of the clinics, and I don't think anything that they were explaining or talking about would necessarily mess you up out on the golf course. Like they were giving tips and teaching you, but it wouldn't necessarily translate to as like a lesson per se to where you were out there thinking too much when you're swinging.
No, I don't think so either. It's basic.
Yeah. So
why aren't you guys asking me if it would mess my game up?
I know.
1, 2, show me your shoe.
I remember.
Lisa Longball was talking about being armsy. How did she say it? Like lifting your arms, that women lift their arms a lot instead of turning their shoulders. I'm like, Ashley Ibanez can be the example of this. Can we have Ashley out there and do a couple swings, please?
For everyone listening, she's dead set on getting me lessons, and I'm dead set against it.
So the clinics were a success. I was really happy to have them there and have women have the opportunity. Because again, maybe you've never been to their camps before. I know Lisa's sell out like crazy. So maybe this is a great opportunity to go see everyone and, have that more of that intimate feel and learn about what they teach. So that was great. Another new thing we have getting into Tuesday, the second day, was we had a magician at lunch on Tuesday.
Mike the Trickster.
And Ashley, can you fill us in on how Mike the Trickster came about? Because this was kind of like a last minute ad. We had 2 last minute ads to our Tuesday schedule.
Oh, wow. They were both Tuesday.
Yeah.
So Mike the Trickster was actually recommended from the F&B staff there.
Yeah.
So we reached out to him and I just booked him. Like I didn't really know much about him.
Yeah.
I didn't really look him up or anything.
Yeah.
I just was like, oh, they said he's good. Okay, come on over. So he ended up being available on a Tuesday at noon. Who would have known, you know? And so I was like, what's your background? Like, how do you even get into this? And he actually was the magician for the Arizona Cardinals.
Like the official magician for the Arizona Cardinals.
Yeah. And I asked him, I'm like, what does that even mean?
Yeah.
Like,
and what did he say?
He said like pre-game or like at pre-camp or whatever it's called. He would go
Training
and
camp.
No, but preseason camp is what I was thinking of. Thank you. Division
camp.
Like, isn't it? Whatever. Did you know what I was talking about? Training camp, whatever. But he said he goes and like they have entertainment or things to like keep him busy. And then he connects with the players and works for their foundations when they do fundraisers or whatever. And so he has like their official magician.
Okay. And he was fabulous.
Amazing.
Like I wanted him there the entire time then. I was like, please, because what he did was he came at lunchtime and he just went table to table. So people were having their lunch, just hanging out with their friends and chatting it up. And he would come to your table and he would do like 5 or 6 tricks right there at the table. They were amazing. Like I'm not even close to like telling you how he was doing these things. I don't even understand.
The pictures are amazing of everyone's like shocked faces.
Yeah.
Did you get to see him, Carrie?
Oh yeah, he like was flipping cards around his back and like it was like having ladies write their names and then
Okay, that one
whipping
was,
it out. Like that one was wild. No, he was so good. And then I went back. I was walking to get something out of the green room and he was back there. So he's like, "You got 5 minutes?" I was like, "Yeah, I do." And he was like busting out all this other stuff. It was awesome.
with his bag of tricks.
With his whole bag of tricks.
Like
in the
he
green room.
literally has a bag of tricks.
Yeah. And he
Is
was
that
like,
where the saying comes from? A
Yeah.
bag of
Yes.
tricks.
Yeah.
Wow.
little fun fact for you. But no, he was awesome. That was probably one of my favorite parts.
Yeah.
He was hilarious.
I
It's what I needed on a Tuesday afternoon.
Yeah. So here's the thing. We have certain guys that are always at our tournaments. We have Everardo, we have Andrew, we have Casey. They're staples at our events. And I just adore them. I adore each and every one of them. And now I can safely say like Mike the Trickster is now the fourth dude I need at every event. Like Mike the Trickster was a hit.
He's traveling now.
He was a hit. I loved it. I loved it.
He did a really good job.
So you can bet he will be. I don't know if he'll be at Dallas, but he'll definitely be at Desert Classic next year. He was great. So Ashley, you want to tell us how we got that second?
Oh, yeah. So the 360?
Yeah. So
All
tell us
right.
about the 360.
We like to steal ideas from 11-year-old birthday parties. The weekend. So just so you all know, I am not the spender of the group. I'm always like, no, we don't need that. We don't need that. We don't need that. And I go to an 11-year-old birthday party and they have this 360 camera. And I called Tori and I'm like, we're getting this 360 camera.
I mean, I don't even think you told me that. You were like, I booked a 360 camera.
And if you don't know what it is, you stand on a platform and the camera like rotates around you and goes around you 360 a bunch of times, and you have props and
weird props too. I mean, the bubble guns were normal. The mic was normal, but like, what were the scissors? Like
I had a lightsaber.
Lightsaber was
And you
okay.
made it look so much better because you had a mic and I'm over here trying to do something weird with a lightsaber. So you look great and I look like an idiot.
No, you did not.
no, but that's the thing is
Yeah.
nobody looks like an idiot.
Yeah.
Like everybody, the lighting was amazing. Like everyone looked good.
Yeah.
Oh, I think everybody loved it.
And there was a
Alex
line
and Loretta
to-
that almost fell off.
yeah.
Tori fell off.
Yeah. And there were lines at that 360 machine the entire night. The guy stayed
Yes.
an extra, half hour,
Yeah.
hour?
He was amazing. And like lines like Disneyland. Like the ladies were not like holding spots. I'll be right back. Don't let everyone go. And I'm like, all right, we're doing this every time.
I mean, it's fun. It takes like 30 seconds to do, and then you just download it right onto your phone right away. So it's like instant gratification. You can share it to your social media, send it to your friends. So much fun.
Yeah.
That will be at Dallas for sure. I mean,
yeah.
it was just a crowd pleaser. Yep. And so, okay, so let's wrap up Tuesday. We also had karaoke on Tuesday night, which was a new thing. And I didn't know. So we had karaoke and game night.
Yeah.
So we had games, Jenga games, sequence games, cards all over the place on each table. And then we had Casey manning the karaoke machine.
Yeah. I thought like my vision, I think Tori and I were on the same page. Like we thought it would be little lower key, like games going on would be the focus.
Uh-huh.
And then
Like I didn't see a left, right, center game going.
No,
No.
and I brought ones. I was ready.
You were?
Oh,
people
yeah.
did bring ones, but
Yeah.
maybe they spent them on Monday night. I don't know.
It's a possibility.
But the games were definitely not the focus. There was some Jenga, some like hardcore Jenga going on, but the focus was the singing.
Yeah. Because here's the thing. Tuesday, the middle day of the event is usually low energy. People are tired. You know, you're not like in that first day high energy state or that last day high energy state. It's just energy is typically lower. A lot of people don't come back. You know, they play the morning shotgun and then they don't come back that night. They want an afternoon off, or they play in the afternoon and they're just tired and they just head right home. The pavilion was packed. I was shocked.
Yes, it was packed. And just a fun fact for you guys, I always check to get head counts and see what our alcohol sales were.
Yeah.
And there were slightly less people than Monday night. alcohol sales were the same.
Really?
With about 45 minutes left, we were like 500 less than Monday night. So
wow.
That's nuts. That didn't happen last year.
No,
No.
not even close.
No.
Not
No.
even close.
no.
So Casey had the karaoke machine going. He said he had a total of 45 requests for karaoke, and he was only able to get through 25.
Yeah, we
'Cause,
didn't even
you know.
get to sing. I was trying to get you to sing the whole time.
I
We
know.
didn't even get
Bummer.
our request.
I
in.
have
Bummer.
I know you're
She
really
pulled
upset.
that out. She
She did that on purpose. Yeah.
So karaoke was a hit. I mean, it was a lot of fun. It was a nice surprise. Again, I did think the same as Ashley, like that people were going to be playing games left, right, center. Kind of there would be groups around the pavilion, and almost karaoke would be like the background music. No, that was the show. The 360 was the show, like, which was nice. It kept people inside and outside.
Yeah.
So.
Would you keep it like that?
I think, I mean, we have karaoke set for Dallas. I think I'd keep it like that.
Yeah.
We might as well give it another shot.
I'm just like, would you move the games outside?
Oh, maybe that's the
Oh.
trick. A little separation. Maybe.
I like being together though.
I mean, again, if you've never been to Papago or you don't know our setup, it's an inside-outside facility. So the majority of us are inside, but there's a huge lawn with hanging lights. And it's funny. It's actually, there's like a staple crowd that's always outside, you know, and then the majority of us are in, but, and the weather was great. So it all worked out. Oh, so wrapping up Wednesday. So Tuesday is, again, that's a tough day. Like we are tired that day. And it was a long one, but we got through that. Woke up Wednesday, had somewhat good sleep on Tuesday night. I actually fell asleep. I did not sleep well at all the other nights. Ashley, did you sleep
Yeah.
well?
That's why Tuesday is so rough, because we don't sleep well on Monday night. And then we come in on Tuesday exhausted.
Yeah. Yeah. Did you sleep at all, Carrie?
Not great.
In the-
I
in
was
the
really
tundra?
cold. Yeah, I was really cold.
So we finished up yesterday, Wednesday, the final day, and energy was great. And, you know, we talked about it earlier. That award ceremony was just something I have never experienced before. Never. There are a lot of things about the Desert Classic and all the events that I do that I kind of pick and choose from other events that I've played at just to make like this ultimate experience. Last night was the first for me. What a way to end this tournament than having, 200 plus women cheering for each other, like genuinely surprised, and like the amount of joy out of these women for winning. They're winning Pro Shop credit. I mean, just winning their flight and even coming in second or third place was, I've just never experienced anything like that.
They were so happy.
They
They
were-
were screaming and hugging and jumping and all of the things.
If you would have asked me before the tournament, what do you think is going to be your favorite day, of the tournament? I wouldn't have said Wednesday. There would never be a time that I would have said Wednesday at all. And that Wednesday night award ceremony was perfection.
Nice.
Yeah.
It was
really
perfect. So much fun.
And something else that we did new this year too is that we, because again, sometimes when you're announcing awards and you have a lot of them, it could just get to be like too many names. You're announcing, it's taking up too much time. I really like to keep things going and keep the music going, keep the energy high as much as possible. So we actually only announced first place gross and first place net in each flight. But then simultaneously, we put on the screen who won second place gross and third place gross and second place net and third place gross. So we would announce first place, and then Ashley or Carrie would switch the projector
It made
and the
me nervous.
screen. Oh my God, I would be like staring over there like,
I
are you
know.
guys
Yeah.
ready?
I know.
No,
She's like,
and then one time I was like,
you
quick
went-
draw McGraw. And Tori just gave
I did. I gave you the eyeball.
me the eyeball.
She's
I
like,
was
I did.
my bad. I just got excited.
I touched it too quick.
My bad.
Because people started cheering before we had
Even
announced.
said
I'm like,
anything.
how did they know? And I
then
look
she
over. Well, and only because when we did do it, like right
it was
after we
perfect.
announced,
Yeah.
like second and third place would be cheering just as loud as first place. And it would just be, it was perfect.
It literally gave me anxiety because I'm like, because she messed up like right out of the gate. And I was like,
Hey.
I'm not getting that look.
And then I would beat you on purpose just to watch you panic a little bit. Because she's like, I'll do it. I was like, no, I got this.
Yeah. But other than that one quick draw McGraw,
Yeah.
it was
good.
perfect.
It was perfect.
And I mean, we're going to be doing that again and again. And I honestly don't think, I was worried that second and third place would kind of feel bad that they didn't get
No.
announced. And
I don't think they cared.
I don't think that's
They
the
were
case
so
at all.
stoked. Their
Yeah.
teammates, all their playing partners they played with all week,
Yeah.
like everybody was losing it. It was
Yeah.
amazing.
You did net and I did gross, like
Yeah.
regardless of the flight. I don't know if you had this problem, but second and third place had no idea if they were second or third place. They just saw their name up there.
Just ran.
They're like, we saw it. We're just we just won something.
Yeah. And so I was like, hold on.
I got something. What is it?
Yeah.
What is it?
I know. So Casey would be playing music and the drum roll, and Lisa would be announcing the names. And we were able to get the results in quickly,
Thank you.
quicker than last
you.
year. Yeah. And that's another reason why we kept format really simple this year. We did best ball, scramble best ball. We might switch it up a little bit next year. Maybe do, put a shamble in there. I don't know, but
Well, no. Are those easier? Because we're not doing it.
No, a shambles easy. We got this.
when we have all these people, I mean, we had 220 players. You want to keep it as simple as possible so that, all the scoring is fairly accurate.
Another side note, I didn't realize how many songs there were about winning. Like he had
I
those
know.
little clips of all those winners. And I was like, he's going to have to repeat like this song in a second. No, like a
He
million
had 'em set.
songs.
Yeah.
And that was one thing Casey came to us last year. Casey was like, listen, because we had a band last year on the final day.
Wah,
It was
wah.
well, it was good. My biggest thing with the band last year was that it was really
So
loud. So loud.
loud.
And I like it loud. And I was like, oh, it's loud. My ears hurt. So Casey came to us last year and was like, I can do the awards ceremony. Give me a shot to do the awards. I
And he
know I
did.
could keep the energy up. And he totally did. Like that was having that all coincide with Lisa and Casey and the projector.
Oh, it was awesome.
And we had Everardo taking pictures. That's something too. Like something
and in
simple
front of
like that.
In front of the wall.
Yeah.
It's like last year we didn't
We didn't
do
take
that.
any pictures
No.
last year for whatever reason.
Now
I don't
you know why it needed to be steamed.
Touche.
Thank you.
Touche. It looked great.
Thank
Good
you.
job,
It did.
Papago.
It
staff.
did.
I didn't do that.
They didn't trust me to steam it. I wadded up.
So overall, such a great event. I have to thank everyone. Ashley, Carrie, seriously, thank you. We all worked our ass off. It was 15, 16 hour days, but the energy again of the event in general is so high that it keeps you going. You have moments of wanting to crawl into a corner and take a snooze, but then at the next, hour, you're hyped up again because, everyone's just so happy to be there and to meet people and to play golf and to drink.
It was amazing.
It really was.
Good job to you.
Thank you.
Good
Thank
job,
you for all your
ladies.
help. Everardo, Casey, Pat, who was there
Oh.
the entire time doing
Pat was
rules.
awesome. Pat answered so many questions. You
Yeah.
guys have no idea.
No, Pat was amazing. And she has the patience to teach everyone she was on a par 3 hole that's over water. So there was a lot of drop questions going on. And she has the patience to not only show you what to do, but teach you. And that was, we're so lucky to have
She
her.
is like so calming for me.
Yeah.
Oh,
Like
yeah.
I love her.
Amazing person.
Love
We had
her.
Max helping us the entire time. Max had to leave actually around 4 p.m. on Wednesday to catch a flight back to Seattle. And I feel like we were all crying. Like we all had a moment. We were like, Max, please don't leave. And then of course, Andrew doing the stretches and the whole Papago crew just being behind us the entire time. What can I do? Is everything okay? Every time I would pass a Papago employee, they were asking, is there anything they could do to help? Do you need anything? Do you want something to drink? So
Yeah,
we
they
go
treat
there
us-
for a reason. Not only do they welcome and get excited about women taking over the course for 3 days, but they take care of us the entire time. and they answer any question or request that we have from them. So thank you, Papago, for being an amazing venue, an amazing golf course, and on to planning the next. We're going to be at Dallas next. Can't wait to go to Stonebriar.
Come on, ladies. It's gonna be a good time.
We have a whole new slew of ladies that are going to be there, and it's going to be quite an event. And before you know it, we're going to be opening up 2024 Desert Classic. So be on the lookout.
That's crazy.
Are you ready to start planning that, Ashley?
I already have.
Yeah. We had our wrap-up meeting, breakfast meeting this morning, and we already have notes to go into next year. So I can't wait. Thanks, ladies, for being here. I appreciate it.
Be sure to check out the show notes for all the details on today's show. If you haven't already, please give a 5-star written review on your favorite podcast platform, or even screenshot this episode and send it to your golf buddies. Thank you so much for listening, and I'll catch you on the first tee in a couple days.